You know, pretty much everyone has heard the story of Jacob wrestling the angel. It's got to be one of the most mysterious and powerful moments in the entire Bible. But what if the key to understanding that midnight struggle actually happens before the fight even begins? We're going to dive into a masterclass in strategy, psychology, and what it really means to be changed by a conflict. So let's set the scene, because Jacob is in a truly impossible spot. He's finally heading home after 20 years away, and coming right at him is his estranged twin brother, Esau. Now, the last time they saw each other, Esau literally swore he would kill him. And to make matters worse, Esau isn't alone. He's got 400 men with him. Yeah, there was no running, there's no hiding. Jacob has to get very, very creative. So what's his first move? Does he get his own men ready for a fight? Nope. He prepares a gift. A tribute. He figures he's going to try to soothe Esau's rage with this massive, almost ridiculous present that he'll send on ahead. But trust me, this is way more than just a simple sorry. I mean, just look at the numbers here. We are talking about 550 animals. This isn't just a random bunch of livestock he grabbed. This is a fortune. It's a whole mobile ecosystem of wealth. And as we're about to see, every single one of these animals was chosen for a reason. This is not desperation, folks. This is a stone-cold strategic maneuver. Now, to really get what's happening just beneath the surface, we need a guide. We're going to turn to one of the most brilliant biblical commentators of all time, Rashi. See, he looked at this very same text way back in the 11th century and saw this hidden logic, a layer of absolute genius that's so easy for the rest of us to miss. Okay, this is where it gets so cool. Rashi's breakdown shows the genius behind the numbers. If you look at that male-to-female ratio column, you'll see they aren't random at all. They are perfectly set up for breeding based on what the animals do. For goats and sheep, what Rashi calls animals of leisure, Jacob sends one male for every 10 females. But then you look at the cattle and donkeys, right? The work animals, the ratios get much tighter. This proves the gift wasn't just huge. It was incredibly smart, designed for maximum long-term value. And as brilliant as all that logistical stuff was, that wasn't even the main event, not even close. Jacob's real strategy wasn't aimed at Esau's bank account, it was aimed at his head. This was a piece of carefully crafted psychological theater. So here's how he did it. Jacob didn't send all 550 animals in one big chaotic herd. Now, he broke them up into several separate droves. And then, this is the key. He told his servants to leave a big gap of empty space between each one. So as Esau and his army are marching forward, they don't get one gift. They get hit by wave after wave after wave of livestock, and each one comes with the exact same, very humbling message. And this quote from Rashi just nails the goal here. It was designed to satisfy the eye and amaze him. Just try to put yourself in Esau's shoes for a second. You see a huge drove of goats coming at you. You're told it's a gift. You're impressed. Then you walk a bit further and, oh, now a massive flock of sheep. Then camels. Then cows. Each wave is designed to just chip away at that 20-year-old rage and totally overwhelm him with the relentless scale of Jacob's generosity. So the plan is in motion. The waves of gifts are heading towards Esau. And now, under the cover of darkness, Jacob gets his family, his wives, his kids, all his stuff, across the Jabbok River to safety. The tension is just cranked up to the absolute max. And right at that moment, the whole story takes this sudden, sharp turn into the completely unknown. After he's gotten his family to safety and sent off his massive peace offering, Jacob actually goes back across the river by himself. The text gives us this incredibly haunting, simple line. Jacob was left alone. He has just dealt with his external threat with this meticulous strategy. But now, in total isolation, he's about to face an internal one. And the text says a figure wrestled with him until the break of dawn. The Hebrew word here, Vayishlach, is fascinating. Rashi points out that it doesn't just mean to fight like in a match. It's more like being intertwined, fastened together, locked in. This isn't some quick brawl. It is an inseparable, desperate struggle in the dead of night. The text famously never tells us who this figure is. Is it a man? A spirit? Is it God himself? I mean, for centuries, that ambiguity has just fueled endless debate. Who or what did Jacob spend an entire night fighting for his very life against? And this, right here, is where Rashi offers this absolutely breathtaking idea. He says the wrestler isn't some random person or spirit. He identifies him as the guardian angel of Esau himself, the spiritual version of the very brother Jacob is so terrified to face. Well, that just changes everything, doesn't it? Jacob isn't just in a random fight in the dark. He is literally, physically grappling with the spiritual essence of his lifelong conflict with Esau. All that fear, all that guilt, all that rivalry, it's been given a physical form that he has to overcome before he can face the actual man. So as the sun starts to come up, this mysterious being begs to be released. And you have to wonder, why the hurry? Well, Rashi explains that as an angel, he's got a job to do. He's literally on the schedule to sing praises to God at sunrise. It's such a weirdly bureaucratic detail that kind of grounds this mystical fight in some kind of celestial reality. But Jacob, even though his hip has just been knocked out of its socket, he refuses to let go. He hangs on and he makes a demand. He wants a blessing. Now, Rashi tells us this isn't just any blessing. He is demanding that the angel, Esau's spiritual stand-in, formally admit that the blessings Jacob got from their father, Isaac, all those years ago, rightfully belong to him. And the blessing the angel gives him is the true climax of this entire story. It's a new name. He is no longer Yaakov, Jacob, a name that means supplanter, a name that's forever tied to the trickery of his past. He is now Yisrael, Israel, which means the one who strives with God. His entire identity is no longer defined by deceit, but by his willingness to struggle and ultimately to prevail. So, Jacob wins. The sun comes up, the angel is gone. But Jacob doesn't just walk away clean. He leaves this encounter with a permanent limp, a physical mark, a constant reminder of the price he paid for that transformation. He's not the same man who walked into the darkness. He's wounded, sure, but he's also been renamed, reborn, and completely redefined. And so this incredible story, a story that started with a super strategic gift, ends with a life-changing struggle. It seems to be suggesting that our true names, our real identities, they aren't things we're just given. They're things we earn in the dark, in those lonely battles that leave us wounded, but in the end leave us more truly ourselves. And that kind of leaves you wondering, right? What struggles have made you who you are?